part of citizen life, so the tax system needs to be designed to be efficient and to have a way of collecting tax that is fair to taxpayers. Because when looking back, it's found that Thailand tax system in the past still have a lot of gaps. One of them is the disparity between the taxation of low and high income taxpayers. In Thailand, more than 90% of government revenue come from taxation, but the main problem facing Thailand right now is its relative narrow tax base. Because Thailand tax system pushes too much of tax burden of salarymen, the number of people who actually pay tax is only 10% of the total labor force, with 18% of them are salarymen. The result of salarymen must pay so much tax is there. The government can't correct or withhold tax immediately when the salaryman receives his salary, which is difficult for them to evade. Moreover, the government also exempt tax on the sale of shares in the stock market because the government believes that the low tax burden of the capital markets will enable it to attract people to invest. This measure or put the tax burden onto the salaryman. Another result for the narrow tax base is the tax deductible behavior of each type of person, with the wealthy getting quite a lot of tax deduction to the retirement mutual fund and the long-term equipment fund, while middle-income people should take a tax deduction to the purchase of insurance. The tax expenditure arising for all tax breaks under the current tax law are approximately 108 million baht, or accounted for 1/3 of income for all personal income tax in 2017. This means that Thailand have a narrow tax base as 1/3 of all tax revenue is tax deduction, with 45% of tax expenditure are tax deductible related to saving and investment such as LTF, IMF, and life insurance, and the most of the tax expenditure are mainly concentrated on the wealthy. 67% of the tax expenditure belong to the quintile taxpayer with the highest income. All of this raises the question of why LTF is rather concentrated on the list. One of the results is tax deduction, because if the tax rate is higher, the value of the tax reduction will increase as well. This means that the measure is encouraging the rich to be more motivated to invest in LTF than the poor. Thus, the expenditure are concentrated mainly on the list, and tax credit represents a direct one-to-one reduction in our current tax year liability by reducing the amount of tax you pay by deduction a certain amount directly for your tax bill at the tax credit rate set by the government. For example, if the tax credit is 20%, Mr. A and Mr. B will get the same tax deduction of 4,000 baht when both of them have a purchase amount of 20% baht. It can be seen that this method does not make the list get more deduction than the middle class or poor people anymore. This is a method that is very popular abroad in measures that tend to benefit the list. The United States is an example of a country that used a tax credit. The United States adopted American Opportunity Tax Credit to achieve with the tuition for the first 4 years of education complete after post-secondary by providing financial assistance to taxpayers with children. More than half of the AOTC refundable portion, or approximately 55.3%, is claimed by taxpayers earning less than $20,000. Using the American Opportunity Tax Credits of the United States can help increase the deductible for low and middle income taxpayers. That is, children of taxpayers with low and middle income scale are more likely to attend post-secondary, while there is very little increase in children of high-income taxpayers attending high school. If the Thai government have changed for the old deduction to a tax credit, it will directly affect government revenue at the tax credit rate. At different levels, affect the change in government revenue differently. Additionally, Dr. Pasuk Tax Credit Modeling explained that if the Thai government choose to apply tax credits at the level of 10, 15, and 20%, it will result in the government losing less income than the lost value of the current tax deductible. In contrast, the 25% tax credit level would cause the government to lose more income. Therefore, if Thailand uses tax credit instead of a tax reduction, while the tax rate is set at the level of 10 to 20%, it will result in all taxpayers receiving a fair tax reduction, and when compared to traditional tax abatement, the government still loses less income. Importantly, setting a tax credit rate at 10 to 20% can help alleviate Thailand's narrow tax base problem, as each taxpayer receives the same percentage of the tax credit reduction, and the resulting tax burden does not belong to only one group of taxpayers.